We had a few keynote speakers, and I'd like to use a couple of them, this to sort of introduce you to the topic. What Sir David Chipperfield says here is very, very typical for everybody in the construction industry. Everybody is a little bit puzzled by the idea of sustainability. What does it mean? What do I have to do? How shall I go about it? And he then, as he did the same as every architect, you can invite an architect to speak on any topic. He'll have 2 slides to introduce the topic and explain why he's not going to talk about the title you gave him, and then he'll show all the work he's done over his life, and he'll finish with 1 more slide to the topic. That's the way they all do it. Wasn't different here. But interestingly, he was showing examples of stuff that he's built where he, without consciously doing something sustainable, did it. Which goes to show there was a lot of common sense involved in sustainability. So this is a museum he built in Mali out in the desert. No electricity, no water, no nothing here. Now, what you need in a museum is you need walls and you need light. So what do you do? He did a roof with indirect lighting, where you have the light. And he had a big problem, what you do with the few windows that you need as well. You can't put glass in the desert. It will be sandblasted in no time and blind. You'd throw it away. So he actually, in the end, didn't put any windows into it. He just left it all open. And now there are 2, 3 guys that sleep there and look after it. And twice a day they collect the sand and throw it out again. Very sustainable. Doesn't costs nothing, and is very efficient. But he didn't say that this was a sustainable building. It was this common sense under the given circumstances. So this building here in Beijing, that he was supposed to pull down and replace by a new building, not for sustainability reasons, but because he liked the structure of the building. There's some very nice old structures in there. He decided not to pull it down, but to renovate it. Now, of course, renovating and reusing something and not building something new is always sustainable because you keep all the embedded energy that's in the old building. So what he did was, he actually turned it into a beautiful building, this keeping the elements, you can see it if you look at this picture, keeping the nice elements in it. And he did something sustainable without willingly doing that. I don't know if you've heard of Brinda Somaya. She's one of the most best-known architects in India. She does a lot of work on heritage, but also on public space for low-income communities. And the reason I'm showing you this is she got the job to build a tourist resort out in nowhere. Now, that's something you would say is not really sustainable from many points of view. But she turned it into an opportunity for the people there. What she did was, you can see it's really nothing beautiful, but it's in a beautiful surrounding there. But what she did was she created masses of jobs for all the local people to bring in local handicraft, to build, and to get associated with this and to have jobs now when it's working, jobs that were not there before. She created work, as you will probably know, the heavy labor in India are the ladies. So she created work for a great number of people, and with the benefit, financial benefit she got out of the whole project, she invested to help the people, the local community, to get homes, to have proper housing. So it was a win-win situation. And what I wanted to show you with these examples is this, that again, how broad the notion of sustainability is. It goes much, much further than this a bit of material or energy or something. It's got a lot to do with people.